Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Shai Bashem Rakakudash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners. And to the Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago. Also like to thank all you people who, all you brothers and sisters out there who gave alms and support the water for that. Much needed, much appreciated. But yeah, I've been watching a couple videos in response to a video that Vocab Malone with the Psalms 147 scripture, and as I listen to the clip, there's a point that I'd like to make that that no one else seemed to have talked about, and it was in his statement. And when he made the statement, he says, "I hate their primacy." All right, and then he turned around. He also said that even if it was, he said, "I disagree with it, even if it was true." So he knows that it's true. So he doesn't care about the truth. As a matter of fact, let's look that word primacy up, and Salakia. And primacy is from the Latin origin, and it means the fact of being primary, preeminent, or more important. All right? So that's making a very powerful statement. That's saying that you're above and all others, basically. All right, so let's read. Then it said preeminent. So I said, okay, let me look this word up, preeminent. So here we go, preeminent, and it reads surpassing all others, very distinguished. All right, and that was just from dictionary.com. All right, I didn't even go to the etymology. It probably would have came with even more heat, but that was more than enough. So first scripture popped in my head was break out the sword. Is Deuteronomy 7:6. So let's read it. All right. This is Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. And it reads, "For thou art an holy people." Holy meaning separate. And what made them separate? They got the law, statutes, and commandments. No other nation got it. I mean, we're going to read that Psalms 147 too. But it says for 148. But it says, "For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth." So, you know what? Just because you hate and disagree with our doctrine, Mr. Apologist Vocab Malone, does not make it not true. All right? Just because you disagree with something, don't make it true, man. All right. So let's go to that scripture in Psalms. Was it Psalms 147, 148? Okay. Right. Yeah, it was Psalms 147 and verse 19, and it reads, "He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. For as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh." All right. So the other nations have not known. So by you saying that they trying to use Romans, the second chapter, to bring in the natural Gentiles and not the Israelite foreigners, you're going against Scripture, man, because it says I believe it's in Malachi. Malachi 3 and 6, and it reads, "For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed." All right. So the sons of Jacob are the ones who are not consumed. The Lord said He never changes. All right, and the reason we know that the sons of Jacob is not consumed is because the Lord reserved a remnant. It's all about the remnant, okay? Because 2/3 are going to die on this side. That is their judgment. That is their punishment. There is nothing that can be done to change that. Whether the 2/3 be your son, your daughter, your best friend, your mother, your father, your wife, if they are already in, if their lot is to be numbered in the 2/3, which makes up 6.66 people of the nation of Israel around the world, that's a huge amount of people, especially when you know how large of a nation we are when you combine all the tribes, all the so-called Latinos, natives, and the Negroes, plus all the scattered among all the other nations. Remember, we have scattered Israelites among the heathens that look like the heathens. So they're numbered in the 2/3, or they're numbered in the 1/3 as well. Okay, that's just a fact. Okay, so let's go to some scriptures that talk about our primacy. So let me because he said, I hate their primacy, and then he said, even if it was true, it is true, man. It is true. All right, but this is the book of Mark 12 and verse 36. All right. And it says, "For David himself said by the Holy Ghost that Yahweh said to my Lord, sit thou at my right hand till I make thy enemies thy footstool." Who are the enemies? The enemies are all the other nations, man. All right, and that conglomerate of nations that was in Psalms 83, that conglomerate of nations that came against Zerubbabel and the Israelites when they were trying to rebuild the temple. Okay, because they have a issue, they have a problem with us rebuilding. All right, and now what we're doing is we are rebuilding spiritually. The house of David is being built, and it's not a building. It's not a building at all. All right, it's all about that structure. You know, the 144,000 and the elect, man. The 144,000 is the governing body, man. And the head of that 144,000 is going to be Yahweh Shai, and right up under him is going to be King David, who was Peter, if you understand the scriptures. Okay? But let's go to Luke, because it's all about that remnant, man. All that's, Luke 20 and 42. 20 and 42. And it reads, as David himself in the book of Psalms, Yahweh said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand. Who was sitting at his right hand? Verse 43, till I make thy enemies thy footstool. Solomon was sitting at his right hand, man. All right, 44. David therefore calling himself Lord, how is he then his son? See, man, that goes perfect with Matthew's 1 and 1. All right, when it says the son of David, the son of Abraham. All right. See, you people don't know you don't know these scriptures, man. All right, this is the book of Acts. Cause like the brother, I was just watching a video. I can't even remember which brother it was, man. It was one of them GMS, one of them guys from GMS. What did vocab say? I perceive you are from GMS. Hey, cause GMS, we those scriptural goons, man, on the righteous side. You can't get down with us and our affiliates, man. Got to give a shout out to those righteous affiliates. That be the brothers from DTA and the Men of Valor, and a few others. Some more brothers out there. But the truth be said, all the Israelites for the most part is banging on Esau, on the righteous side, spiritually. But this is Acts 2 and 34. And I mean, we could stay in Acts all day and prove that the book of Acts was all about the Israelites coming back. That would get, But here we go. This is Acts 2 and 34. For David is not ascended into the heavens, but he himself. But Salaki, he saith himself, Yahweh said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand, until I make thy foes thy footstool. Right? Therefore let us of the house of Israel know assuredly that power hath made that same Yahweh Shai, whom ye crucified, both Lord and Hamashiach. So look, so the Lord is coming to make everybody bow down and be the footstool of the Israelites, man. And he said that the Israelites were co-heirs with him. All right, he's inheriting everything, and the Israelites are heirs with him, man. You can't get around that. Okay, no matter how much you want to try. Let me go to Corinthians 15 and 25. Let's see. It's all about the house of David, man. All right, here we go. For he must reign till he have put all enemies under his feet. The last enemy shall be destroyed is death. All right? So death itself is going to be destroyed for the elect, for the Israelites. You other nations are going to be experiencing death, man. All right? Because the elect are going to, are going to live forever, man. That remnant, man, that 144,000 judges, man, they get those new extraterrestrial bodies, or not terrestrial bodies, but celestial bodies. All right? Let's go to, matter of fact, let me stick with this. I wrote a few things down. Let me stick with it. This is Peter's, 1 Peter 3 and 22. Let's see. It says, no, not that one, Slovakia. That was actually for something else. Let's go to this precept here. Let's go to Psalms 45, verses 6 and 7. And it reads, Thy throne of power is forever and ever. Thy scepter of the kingdom is a right scepter. Thou lovest righteousness and hatest wickedness. Therefore, God, thy power, hath anointed thee with oil and gladness above all thy fellows. So, hey, we're going to be above all and every one, man. All right, that holy people, that separate people, above and all other people. Point blank, period. Ain't no getting around it, man. Okay, let me go to Psalms 110. This is one of my favorite set of scriptures. The 110th chapter of Psalms is fire, man. All right, it's straight fire. Let's get it. And it reads, a psalm of David. So this is King David himself. All right, was not David a man of the Lord? Was he not the beloved? All right, was he not granted the kingship over Israel forever? All right, which makes you think, man, if he's going to be king over Israel forever, how is everybody else going to share it? Not everybody's not Israel, man. How's everybody going to share in that when the kingdom is established? Okay, there's scriptures that talks about servants and slavery. Enemies your footstool. I just read about about 7-8 scriptures that talked about making thy enemies thy footstools. So all those enemies that are written have to be brought down to be footstools, man. For it is written. We read Malachi 3 and 6. The Lord changes not, man. All right, but this is Psalms 110 and 1, and it reads, a psalm of David. Yahweh said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool. All right, Yahweh shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion. Rule thou in the midst of thine enemies. So there you go, man. The Israelites have enemies, man. All right, they have enemies that are ruling and controlling over them, man, here on earth. All right, and verse 3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauty of holiness. From the womb of the morning thou hast the dew of the youth. So our people going to be willing, man. Our women going to get in order. Our women won't be talking back. Our children will be obedient, and then they're going to listen to what the prophets have to say, man. No more talking back. No more cheating ass wives. No more no more wicked churches and false doctrines, cheating on the Lord with all these going into these whorehouses and worshiping all this madness. All that's going to be gone, man. Verse 4. Yahweh hath sworn and will not repent. Thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. Yahweh at thy right hand shall strike through the kings in the day of his wrath. Who, the rulers of this current, current earth, man. He's going to strike through them. And that day is close at hand, man. It is close at hand. Okay? He shall judge among the heathen. So come on, man. He said he's going to judge among the heathen. What portion do they have in the kingdom of heaven except servitude? That's it. It said he shall fill the places with dead bodies. So a lot of them are going to die because they're going to try to fight the Lord, man. They're going to try to fight to keep, their kingdoms. They're going to try to keep their hills and their mountains, which basically hills and mountains in the Bible is talking about governments. These governments of the earth cannot stand in place. These governments in the earth are against the words that are in the Bible. All you got to look at what's going on in the earth, man. Okay? Verse 6. He shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with dead bodies. He shall wound the heads over many countries. He shall drink in the brook of the way. Therefore shall he lift up the head. So in the Bible, when it's talking about lifting up the head, that's talking about somebody coming at you, man. And the Lord is coming to raise his head up. To remind them that this is his world, who he is. He was promised this world, man. All right? He was promised this world, and he's coming to claim what's his. Okay, so matter of fact, let me read these definitions again. They're so powerful, man. Because we don't care that you hate our primacy. But this is the word primacy. The fact of being primary. You can look that word up too. Preeminent or more important. Well, I'm sorry, vocab, we're more important than you and yours. All right, actually, I'm not sorry at all. All right, verse 2. Preeminent in surpassing all others, very distinguished. So, matter of fact, I'm in Psalms to prove it. The elites of this world have to go into bondage. They're going to be the first fruits of slavery. This is how the first becomes last and the last becomes first. This is all a part of that. That's written and it has to happen. No matter what you believe in, the scripture clearly says that those who are first and on top, right, and the people who are on top are quick to brag about it and point it out, especially when it comes to racial debates and who did this and who did that, and they're quick. A lot of our women are quick to point it out too against us. I don't have no military and blah 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 blah. We do have a military, man. They've been floating around in the heavens and showing themselves, and everybody's panicking now. All right. But that wasn't what I was looking for. But you know what? We're going to read it. I went to Psalms 137. I'm going to start at verse 7. It's how fitting vocab. But it says, Psalms 137 and 7, remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewarded us as thou hast served us. So what has y'all served us? With slavery, with oppression, all right? With usury. Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stone. So yeah, you're gonna be eliminated off the face of the earth. You're gonna be treated less than human, man. You're gonna be treated. Animals will be treated better than you. All right, they are. Let's go to Psalms. Give us Psalms 148, I believe, right next to. Yeah, about primacy here. Psalms 148, and I'm going to start at verse 13. And it reads, let them praise the name. Who is the them? The Israelites. It didn't say all people, the Gentiles, the natural Gentiles. It said, let them praise the name of Yahweh, for his name alone is excellent. His glory is above the earth and heaven. He also exalteth the horn of his people, their primacy, their preeminence. All right. They're being distinguished above others. They're being more important than others. All right. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints. The saints of the Israelites, man. Nobody else got nothing coming. All right. Even the children of Israel, a people near unto him, praise ye Yahweh. Call halal Yahweh by Shem Abishai, by Shem Rakak Kadash, Wa Abba Babal, Shalom.